Hey everybody, this is Brent back with you, and it is time overdue for another exciting installment of Brew, Craft Brew, and KILLEBREW. That's right, let's talk KILLEBREW'N. And you know how we do, even though it's been, has it been a couple months? It has. I introduce or talk about a recently discovered favorite beer of mine, a craft beer, sometimes a cider. And usually it's going to be local here in the Pacific Northwest. And we somehow segue into baseball cards. But when alcohol's involved, do you need a segue? I say nay. So in front of you, you see the Battlestar IPA from Crux Fermentation Project out of beautiful Central Oregon town of Bend. One of my favorite spots in the Pacific Northwest, if maybe the country, Bend, Oregon. I'm there often on business, and I always try to make time and excuses to stay longer. It is a hot spot for craft beer, and Crux Fermentation Project is one of my favorite breweries there. And this can really drew me in. You know, with beers lately, well, not even lately, but often, beers will attract you with either their clever, punny names or their artistic cans. And this was definitely a can that drew me in. Once I saw it was by Crux, I knew I had to get it. But this can, Battlestar IPA, is just a fantastic looking can, right? It is 7.8 ABV, 65 IBU, so it's right in that sweet spot for an IPA, and it is just a good tasting beer. Got me a 4-pack, had the first one a couple nights ago. It's pretty smooth for an IPA, not too piney, so if you are afraid of drinking Pine Sol, this isn't one of those. So cheers to you. Put that to the side. Check out Crux Fermentation Project and their new Battlestar IPA. All right. So today for KILLEBREW'N, I'm going to highlight, showcase some of my favorite autographs of Harmon. I am truly blessed to have a favorite player, a player that I collect, who also happens to have one of the nicest, consistently nice signatures in all of sports, nay, baseball, all of sports. He took great pride in his signature. Rarely did he rush, and he always took the time to sign and always took care in how his signature appears. We have a baseball 1969 MVP. That's a great looking autograph. If I can get that close, it's not going to focus. There we go. I mean, that's a great looking signature on a baseball. Over to the left, we have just a great picture of Harmon. In the middle, I love this picture in the middle. This is, let me move the ball here a little. This is a UPI telephoto from August 31st, 1964, Metropolitan Stadium. Let me read you the type up top. American League Big Bats Harmon Killebrew and Tony Oliva heft their bats prior to Minnesota Twins Washington Senators game. They were playing the Senators. Isn't that interesting? Twins Killebrew and Oliva both hold top honors in the league. Killebrew had 42 homers, and Oliva was batting .330 going into today's game. And that is a dual signature of Harmon on the left, Tony on the right. Just one of my favorite pictures that I own. Just a great, great photo. The book here on the right, I think I've shown in a previous video, but I wanted to show it again because it has some personal meaning to me. This is a book from the early 70s, Harmon Killebrew, baseball superstar. And I'm going to open it up because we have a notation here. See if you can read this. To Mike from Dad, Christmas, 1971. And then it says, to Mike, good luck, Harmon Killebrew. Mike is my cousin. So not to go into the story that I've gone into many times, but the reason I collect Harmon Killebrew is he grew up in Payette, Idaho. My great uncle was born and raised in Payette, Idaho, went to school with Harmon, and this was given to Mike, my cousin. He's like my second cousin. My mom's an only child, so everybody on my mom's side's like, second cousin, great uncle, whatever. But I was much, much closer to them, so I consider Mike my cousin, and my uncle was my uncle. So that is cool. And when my uncle passed, 4 years ago now, this was given to me. Very humbled to have that because he knew I loved Harmon. So that was amazing. So let's get into the card, shall we? So I'm going to show just a smattering of, I have, I don't know, about 25 autographed baseball cards of Harmon, and this will just be a smattering of them. My favorites, most of them. All of them, I love them, of course, but these have particular meaning to me, or they just look fantastic, or both. I'll start off with this one just because this started it all. This was given to me by my uncle that I referred to earlier. Back when I was a kid, he had Harmon sign it for me because my great uncle was an electrician and helped wire the... Harmon had a car dealership in neighboring Ontario, Oregon, and my uncle did the wiring for it. Trying to get that, there we go. So this was not only my first autograph of Harmon, my first card of Harmon. So that means a lot to me. Another card that I was given to by my uncle at a later time that I put in this cool little shadow box thing here is the 1971's Topps AL RBI leaders. And he always had it with a little Twins cap batting helmet in there. Harmon autograph on the left. I've had this one for a long time as well, so that means a lot to me. The next cards I'm going to show are going to be some more modern cards that showcase his gorgeous autograph. And first off is going to be, and I need to make sure that I get the dates on these right. Man, my vision, this is going quicker than you can believe. From 2000, this is an Upper Deck Legendary Signatures Harmon Killebrew. If you want to get a sharp-looking card with this gorgeous autograph, this is one of the best cards you can get, probably for $25. Harmon signed a lot. I'm not talking, Bob Feller, Warren Spahn levels, but he signed a lot before he passed in 2011. And this is a really sharp, gorgeous-looking card, and you can get it for relatively cheap. Next, we have a Upper Deck Century Legends Epic Signature, and this is from 1998. It's a clean-looking one. This is the base version of it. There is a numbered version of it as well. Very nice. Next, we have from 2012. This is the National Treasures Immortal Cuts. And just even, this is from a personal check that he wrote. Look at the signature just on his personal check as well. He always took the time to sign and sign well. So, love that card. And then very similar to that one is from 2017. Little book, Legends Cuts. This is numbered out of 99. 8 seasons with 40-plus home runs. Cut the autograph on the right there. Very nice. And then another card that I picked up at the beginning of last year. And man, early 2020 seems so long ago because life was just so normal. I got this at a card shop up north in Bellingham, Washington. Saw this for, I think, $40. And I'm like, and it came with the case. I'm like, yeah. So that's fantastic. This is numbered out of 49. This is the National Treasures. Let's see, what's the name of it? I'll just turn it around here. Cut Signatures, numbered out of 49. This is from 2019. Fantastic. I'm actually going to set that one up here. Let you chew on that one for a bit. I showed this one in my last edition of KILLEBREW'N, which when I went to Payette and kind of did a behind the scenes on location video of Harmon Killebrew, and I did a relic showcase. And this is the relic that also has signature on it of him and Rodney Klein Carew. This ticks so many boxes for me on so many PCs and so many levels, and it's just a gorgeous card. This is numbered 6 out of 10. This is the Upper Deck Dual Signatures 2005. Look at that shine. On card auto, game used, authentic relic. This just does it all. My goodness. There you go. So those are some of the modern cards. And then I'm going to showcase some graded cards that I have. Some modern, some vintage, all on card. And I'm going to start off with, you can't go wrong with these. The 1985 Perez Steel postcards. These are just born to be autographed. And it took me forever to get one of these. I mean, this is a lot of time. This is kind of, for collectors, this is, if your player is lucky enough to be in this set, or this is a good way to get, vintage Hall of Fame autographs. This is usually one of the first ways you do it. And for some reason, I don't know, I never pulled the trigger on one of these. This is another affordable graded option if you want a Hall of Fame autograph. I think this one cost me maybe $35, and it's at a near mint 7. You're numbered out of 10,000 usually. There are mini series in this set. This is like the 8th series set. It looks like card 188. But can't go wrong with the Perez Steel. And like I said, these are just meant to be autographed. All right. And then let's see here. Let's go with, this is a 1991 Upper Deck Heroes. This is numbered hand numbered out of 3,000. Sharp looking card. This is one of my first, I think this was my first graded Harmon autograph. So 1991 Upper Deck Heroes PSA DNA cert. And a mint 9 auto 10. Very often his autos are going to score you a 9 or a 10. Almost always a 10 when you get it. PSA DNA cert. That's good. All right. And then I recently showed this on my Instagram page just because it is a gorgeous refractor. The 2002 Topps Archive Reserve reprint autograph. Yeah, goodness sakes. On card auto. Gorgeous looking card with that refractor shine. That's a pretty card. I'm going to let that one marinate up here for a bit. Not blinding anybody? All right, we're good. All right, we got 3 left. This next one also has some shine. This is from 2004 Topps. This is the World Series Highlights Auto in a Gem Mint 10. World Series Highlights. Harmon Killebrew Blast home run in Game 4. I really like this card because it has the box score on the back of that 65 World Series game. If you look up close, he and Oliva doing their thing. Unfortunately, the Twins would not win this series. They would lose in 5. But they had a monstrous 1965 on so many levels. I'm just going to let that sway back and forth. And again, that amazing, gorgeous signature at the bottom. Fantastic looking card. All right, last 2. This is a 2004 Topps Heritage Real One Auto in red. So it is numbered out of 55 because it is a homage to the 55 Topps set. Just perfectly placed autograph. Again, just this card was meant to be autographed, and that just looks gorgeous on so many levels. The red combined with the red down below and the red W. I love a good symmetry of color. Love these heritage cards that just completely encapsulate the vibe and feel with a little modern touch. Beautiful card. And then last but not least, I just love this one. And this is going to be probably my favorite on-card vintage autograph. This is his 1968 Topps All-Star card. PSA DNA certified. And this is just a good looking autograph card. Very blessed to have it in my PC. Very blessed to collect a player with such an amazing autograph. So there you have it. That is a glimpse into my Harmon Killebrew autograph collection. So I appreciate you coming along for the journey on this latest installment in the KILLEBREW'N series. I promise I will not take so long for the next installment. Hey, if you would, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you have not. I am only 4 subscriptions away from 250. And once I hit 250, I plan to have a contest. And I think it's going to be a fun contest. It's going to be a contest with a twist. And I'm going to have some amazing prizes. So please tell your friends, subscribe, create a new channel so you can subscribe to my channel. I do it. So, and also check out Crux Fermentation Project in beautiful Bend, Oregon, and ask for their Battlestar IPA and tell them Brent sent you. They'll say who, but that's okay. Appreciate you watching. As always, take care. I appreciate you all. Have a good one.